You're listening to Fight Jokes About Everything, a Night Shift Radio original. For more information, visit nightshiftradio.com. Hello, everyone. It is Monday, February 22nd, and today we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to talk about Fantastic Four. Now, obviously, in the past, we've had some pretty bad Fantastic Four movies, but some really good elements of them. I mean, everybody remembers Chris Evans, his Marvel debut as Johnny Storm. He was, great in that, and I think probably one of the reasons why he ended up getting cast as Captain America is definitely because of this. And then, of course, we had the other one that came after that, but we're not going to talk about that, except for Doctor Doom was kind of cool in that one. I did actually like that. What we are going to talk about is some of the current rumors. So one of the big rumors that just came out that was instantly debunked so far is that Jennifer Lawrence was cast to play Sue Storm in the upcoming Fantastic Four film, which we know that the Fantastic Four is being introduced into the Marvel world. We know that the director is the same director that is currently doing Spider-Man 3. So we do know that it is coming. One of the big things that we're wondering is it coming? Are we going to get the introduction in WandaVision? Spoilers, by the way. WandaVision has teased something to the effect of an aerospace engineer, something to the effect of cosmic rays. All things that are elements of Fantastic Four. So we're getting a lot of information from all of that. It's like it seems like the seeds are being planted. Just recently, we've, again, huge spoiler for WandaVision. If you have not listened, please turn off right now. Okay, so huge, news. We just learned that Agatha Harkness is the supposed villain of WandaVision. She's revealed herself to Wanda, and the thing is Agatha Harkness was actually debuted as the caretaker for Franklin Richards, which is Reed and Sue Storm's kid in the Fantastic Four. This is the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, and Agatha Harkness was the caregiver for him. So. That's kind of our hint that these worlds are kind of building up on each other and what we may see, but we'll see. So today what we're going to talk a little bit about is casting. So who should be cast as the Fantastic Four? Now, the huge rumors, and this has been a really big one that's been pushing around for a while, is that the roles of Reed Richards and Sue Storm would be played by John Krasinski and his wife, Emily Blunt. Now, I completely support this casting, like wholeheartedly and completely support this casting. However, I think if you're going to go with them as the leads, we should make Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm, right? Yeah. The Thing. I think we should put them into roles that are more diverse, because we don't need another pack of 4 white superheroes running around the world. Just saying. But you could go the other way, and actually, I'm a really big fan of this, and I'm going to completely butcher his name, but Rahul Kohli, who was in The Haunting of Bly Manor, he was in iZombie. I think he would be a great Reed Richards. Like, absolutely. I think he has the feel for it. I think he has that cool, I'm smart, but kind of, don't really get the whole idea of social, interactions and stuff like that. Like, he can pull that off. I think he would be a really great Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. Now, if we hire him as that, who do we get to play Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and then Ben Grimm? So even though I definitely put out for Rahul, I still think that the John Krasinski and Emily Blunt thing is very likely. They're very popular. It would be a win for Marvel to do this. It would just make, from a marketing standpoint, it would make a lot of sense to have them be that. That is, if they can afford them. I mean, John Krasinski, outside of The Office and A Quiet Place 2, same thing with Emily Blunt. Like, they are very well-known actors. Again, they hired Robert Downey Jr. I mean, at this point, Marvel could easily afford either of them, but it's just a matter of if they want to. Now, I feel like Fantastic Four is such a large franchise, and this is akin to like them hiring Patrick Stewart for X-Men. Like, this is such a huge franchise that, like, you would want somebody, one person, to be your nucleus, your linchpin, your Robert Downey Jr. in that franchise to kind of hold it all together. Whereas Chris Evans is more popular now because of Captain America, but he was still a fairly established actor. And if you look a lot of the other Avengers, I mean, you had Paul Rudd, who has been in movies for at least 70 years, looking exactly as he has for the past 70 years. It's uncanny, quite honestly. And you have a lot of the other actors that are kind of doing those sort of things. So like, you had people that were known, but like Robert Downey Jr. was your star power. So I think going with the John Krasinski, Emily Blunt thing is just fantastic, but I would love to see Johnny Storm. See, that also puts in the issue of like Johnny Storm having, you end up with 3 white characters, but you could very easily, put Johnny Storm as literally anybody. He could be adopted, he could, be half brother or whatever you want to do, but I think you should add him in as somebody of color, which would be nice. And then Ben Grimm. So the thing was always portrayed as like this New York, like tough Brooklyn. Hey, how you doing? I'm Ben Grimm. It's clobbering time, and like that role, without completely changing that role, it is designed for, a blue collar tough guy type thing. But like, you very easily could redesign that role to literally just be anybody. I mean, the thing is like, more than just white guys live in Brooklyn that are that kind of guy. Like, you easily could have any person of color play Ben Grimm and still have that accent and still act that way, because that's not a white characteristic. That's a Brooklyn characteristic. It's like very easily could do that. So I think that would be really interesting, is to swap that over and have him be that. And then Johnny Storm, I don't know, man. This is a tough one because Chris Evans was the perfect Johnny Storm. I mean, he really was. He was, flashy. He was arrogant. You'd want to see somebody like that again. I mean, the other person that, I think he's a little, I'm going to say this, I don't mean this as an insult, but I think he's a little old now, as like a Ryan Reynolds type person would be able to play Johnny Storm. But I mean, at this point, Ryan Reynolds now is very established as Deadpool, and will be joining the Marvel Universe. But I feel like you need someone of that caliber, that is going to be, silly, that's going to be able to play the arrogant and really, really pull that off. And I think I would love to see someone more younger and maybe an up and comer do that. Maybe someone from like Riverdale or something like that. I'm thinking that world. I think that would be a really good person to choose for that. But I don't know. What are your fantasy castings for Fantastic Four? I still maintain that we're going to be introduced to the world of Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four inside of WandaVision. There's only a couple episodes left. I see that. I mean, whether it's just like oh yeah, no, my aerospace engineer friend is Reed Richards. But so the thing is that WandaVision is done filming. Like, it's done. They're not filming episodes right now. So if we actually see Reed Richards, that means that Reed Richards has already been cast. So we need to think about that. So I'm going to throw another rumor at you, or not another rumor, but another theory, is that the aerospace engineer is actually not Reed Richards. It is, in fact, Hank McCoy. So let me know what you guys think about your Fantastic Four casting. I would absolutely love to see who you think it is. And by the way, I still maintain that we're going to see Sir Ian McKellen show up as Magneto, or Michael Fassbender for that matter, in WandaVision. That's another one of my theories. But anyway, so let me know. You can tweet at me at @TheMichaelFight, or hit me up on Instagram at MichaelFight. And of course, for more information, visit nightshiftradio.com. And while you're here, thanks a lot for subscribing, both on YouTube and on your podcast platform of choice. Don't forget to like, comment, and review. Specifically review for the podcast things. That's how we grow and how our podcast gets seen and heard by many, many other people. So thanks a lot for joining me, everyone. We'll be back on